If you do go on to enjoy today's video, do me a favour and hit that like button and of course subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. And if you want to avoid the random lottery that is FIFA points, you can go straight to the source with u7buy.com, and of course you can use the code TVM at the checkout to get yourself a discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another video. Last week I did Team of the Year Flashback, or Flashback Team of the Year predictions, and I'm happy to say that every single card EA released I got right in the prediction. Not that it was that difficult to do, I just went back through previous Team of the Years and picked out the most likely candidates. This time is a bit harder because obviously there's only been one headline promo ever, and that was last year. So there is a mix of FIFA 17, 18 and 19 cards in here. Some of last year who had headliners, and some from 18 and 17 who had a significant amount of informs, which is basically what the headliner promo is all about. Up first we have Demabe. He had a headliner back in FIFA 19. I've put him down as 87 rated. I think his headliner was actually 86 rated. That promo, by the way, I can't really remember it at the time. I remember packing Sommer, but apart from that, that promo didn't go as well as EA'd hoped, I think, because I'm looking at the cards and a lot of them are quite low rated. Let's move on to Naldo. This is from FIFA 18. He had 4 special items that year, and again, I've put this down as 87 rated. I've only put him down as 87 rated because of how low his base gold card is in FIFA 20. If it was higher, I'd be more inclined to maybe give him an 88 or an 89, but I don't think he's going to get the David Luiz treatment, so I've just gone for a nice 87. Moving on with sticking with the centre-back theme, Ginter, again, another FIFA 18 card here because he got 4 special items that year. Not one of them. He didn't get a team of the season, incidentally. There were 4 informs, believe it or not, and no team of the season. 87 rated again because of how low his base card is in FIFA 20. Were it a little bit higher, this would be an 89 all day long. Not a bad card, though. Zapata, of course, he got a headliner last year, got himself to 88 rated. I think he got a team of the season as well. I've just put him down as 88 because I think if EA were ever going to release 90 plus rated cards, they would do it for player moments. That's what it looks like so far, you know, with Eden Hazard. And I have got a couple of really high rated cards within the flashback predictions, and we'll get to those and why I've decided to do that. Henrik Mkhitaryan with 5 special items in FIFA 17. I think this was back in his Arsenal days, actually. Or maybe even was it his Man United days? No, I'm thinking it was just his Arsenal days. 5 special items though, 88 rated again because his base is quite low this year. I've only done it to 88. If a player has an 83 plus rated card, then obviously 89, 90. Quaresma, obviously he didn't play for the side that I can't pronounce. He played for someone else. He got 6 special items in FIFA 18. And again, I bumped him to an 88. I don't think he's really going to set the world alight this season with informs and whatnot, so I don't think EA need to worry about his inform eclipsing the flashback, and that looks like a pretty decent card. Suso, who had such a good card last year, he had such a good season last year, and yet this year I've barely seen him. He had a headliner, of course, back in FIFA 19. This looks like an insanely good card, but he's done nothing for Milan this season. I'm pretty sure he's not injured either. I don't understand the drop-off in Suso. He went from being world-class to just, Tovan, 5 special items in FIFA 18. I'm pretty sure he got even more in FIFA 17. I've bumped him up to an 88 rated card. I think any more than that would be eclipsing some of the players who are not better, but I would say have better special items from previous FIFAs. We'll get into those in just a second. But an 88 rated Tovan card doesn't look too bad at all. And we move on to Arnautovic. Now, he did have a headliner last year, but I think this guy could be in with a shout because I think he's got 1 inform this year, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I am wrong, but he's also, from previous FIFAs, FIFA 18, FIFA 17, he's got a lot of informs. Whether it be 88, whether it be 89, the card doesn't look the best, to be fair. Who knows? Speaking of card not looking the best, this is the opposite. This is Kenny Lala. Now, again, much like Suso, last year, just tore it up, didn't he? He got a headliner. He had inform after inform. He got team of the season. He had a lot of special items. This year, nothing. Nada. Strasbourg are not the team they were. I'm not quite sure what happened to him. But 88 rated right wing back, and he looks sexy. Let's move on to Carrasco. This is an interesting one. He had 4 special items in FIFA 17. I don't know whether he's really picked up many cards since because obviously he moved to China, which in my opinion, bit of a mistake. Rumours of him moving back now that the salary cap is coming to play in China. We'll have to wait and see. But again, that looks like a really good card. Speaking of salary cap, Heemskerk, of course, plays for the same team. Again, he could be coming back. You know, he could come back to European football. He had 6 special items in FIFA 17, and I've bumped him up to an 89 rated card. This is mainly due to the fact that he has a fairly high rated base card in FIFA 20. Were it one lower, obviously I'd bump him down to an 88, but still at an 89, I don't know. Sarabia, he had a headliner last year in FIFA 19. This looks like a great card, and with some decent links to the likes of Mbappe and Neymar, I could definitely see someone taking this on. Of course, he gets a soft link into Iniesta's Flashback as well, if you have that, and of course David Villa's SBC card. So definitely some options here if Sarabia were to get a Flashback card. Costa, can you believe it? 5 special items back in FIFA 17. Now, EA may decide to go further back, but in my experience, and so far this season, for moments and flashbacks and what have you, they've not gone back further than FIFA 17. So they only really look back through the last 3 FIFAs. Otherwise, they'd have to do a lot more work, and I'm sure EA don't want to do that. But there he is, Diego Costa. Speaking of Spanish players, though, we're going to stick with Carvajal. He had a headliner last year. He hasn't been boosted tremendously, but it is a right back that I think we do need. You know, Piszczek is the only right back that we've had, I think. And obviously, Piszczek is an acquired taste because of his nation and league. If you don't have a Bundesliga team, you're going to find it very difficult to fit him in. Sanchez, formerly of Manchester United and Arsenal, back in FIFA 17, he had a striker card and he had 4 special items. I would love to see this. I don't know why, because I don't even think I'd pick it up. But I would like to see cards who have maybe dropped off a little bit and now have been brought back into this sort of glory. Icardi, he had a couple of good seasons. FIFA 17, he had a lot of special cards. In FIFA 18, he had 5. I'd love to see maybe an 89, 90 rated Icardi, something of that nature. This card actually doesn't look that great. I've built that, and I'm looking at it now thinking, that's not an 89 rated card, is it? But yeah, somewhere to that effect anyway. Sandro. Now, Sandro, I'm thinking will get a flashback at some point, to be fair. He had a headliner last year. Bumped him up there to a 90 rated card. It looks absolutely incredible. Doesn't fit any of my teams, unfortunately, so unless he was super cheap, which he probably wouldn't be, I don't think I'd do it, but I would still like to see it. Up next is the meme that is Giroud. I say meme, he's actually a good player. 5 special cards in FIFA 18. Is bumping him up to an 89 maybe a little bit exaggerated? I don't think so, personally. In FIFA 18, of course, he did pick up that Puskas award, as well as a few other things knocking about there, so I'd definitely like to see that. That could be really cool. I would definitely pick that up, because it would be cheap. Skriniar. Now, this is interesting. He got a headliner last year. He actually got a Team of the Year nominee this year. He was, of course, a League SBC last year as well. This card would be sensational, and I would love to see this. Not that it would fit my team, but I think I probably would do it anyway, because I'm a big Skriniar fan. So, let's hope. Moving on to Izko. 8 special items, that's right, 8 special items in FIFA 17. I've bumped him up to a 90. I was toying with the idea of taking it up one higher to 91, but I think EA would probably rein it in a little bit and just give him a 90. But he does look like a pretty decent card, very decent dribbling and passing. Again, links to that Iniesta, David Villa. Moving on to Higuain. Of course, we had a Icardi earlier. Higuain has got 8 special items in FIFA 17. I think he got a lot in FIFA 18 as well. I say a lot, he got a couple in 18 because he moved, didn't he? He went to Chelsea. Biggest mistake of his career, I think, to be honest. But either way, this looks like a pretty decent card. I don't know how many people would want it because of the pace, but still. Ibrahimovic, everyone was expecting this to happen in the Team of the Year, or during the Team of the Year promo. It didn't. Could we finally get it? 6 special items in FIFA 17. Of course, he's made the move back to Milan as well. So, and he's already been on the score sheet. You know, many people were predicting him to be in form this week. Is the reason he's not in form this week because EA planned to give him a flashback card. Much like Decora, he was meant to be in form this week. Is he going to get a headliner? And finally, Paul Pogba. 5 special items in FIFA 18. I'm pretty sure he had even more than that in FIFA 17. And again, through Team of the Year, everyone was predicting we were going to get a Pogba flashback card. We didn't get it. Are we finally going to get it now through the headliner promo? The beauty of what EA have done with the Players tab, though, is if they decide to make it 92, 93, 94, or even 95 rated, they can do, because they can set no expiry, give ridiculous requirements, and just leave it there in the Players tab. So no one's going to moan about the price, because over time, you can grind and work towards it. And that's what I was kind of thinking with a lot of these cards. Is not every card, but are the majority of the cards that are going to come out now, or at least one every promo, going to be one of those non-expiry cards that they just leave inside the Players tab? We'll have to wait and see. Let me know whether you think I've left anybody out. I went back through 17, 18, and of course last year to pick out the headliners and cards that had the most informs. These are the most likely in my opinion, but we may see a few curveballs, and of course player moments cards could quite literally be anything for any reason. If you have enjoyed this video, do me a favour and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index, the game changed. Download the app now.